r/AskReddit, what foods are absolutely delicious, but are a pain in the to eat? Depending on where you get them, flippin' tacos. It's like this stupid new trendy thing to put them in the smallest possible taco and then mound so much food on it, that every single time you take a bite, half of the food in the taco falls out. Absolutely stupid. Mangoes. They are my favorite fruit but least favorite to clean up. Pomegranates. Pain the bee seeds, and the juice really stains. Toffee. So effkin' good to eat but it's annoying as h if it gets stuck in between your teeth. Lychees. You gotta twist them off the branch, peel off the rough skin, chew the sweet delicious fruity flesh off and somehow prevent yourself from accidentally swallowing the stone. But it's worth it for that sweet goodness. Sunflower seeds. Take forever to get a handful and gone in seconds. I don't know if you guys get Toblerone in the US, but it's basically delicious Swiss chocolate, shaped to F up the roof of your mouth. Coconut. Always have hard times breaking the shell and then picking all the delicious coconut meat. As a Marylander, steamed crabs. I see a lot of people saying crawfish and crab legs, but steamed crabs take the cake. There's so much work just for minuscule amounts of crab meat, and there's many different ways to pick a crab. Each crab takes about 2 minutes, and that's if you're decent. The payoff is well worth it because there's nothing like crabs with some Old Bay and a natty bol on a hot summer day. Oranges. I love the taste and juice, but they make your hands super sticky. My favorite pizza destroys my insides the next morning if that counts. Edit. I don't have any issues with lactose or gluten, I just really like spicy foods. Everything when you have a cut in your mouth, all of a sudden even water stings sometimes. After that I'd say really scalding hot foods that make you sasf not even able to really taste the food sometimes. Soup dumplings are incredible. Unfortunately, they require 1. Picking it up with tongs to avoid breaking it and letting it leak. 2. Placing the dumpling on a spoon. 3. Biting the top portion off only. 4. Taking a spoon of vinegar or soy sauce, and pouring it into the open part. 5. Eating it whole. The first few tries, I kept breaking them and it leaked, essentially ruining it. Fresh pineapple. I eat while the acidity eats away at me. Mango. Best fruit ever but the strings you have to pick from your teeth make me think twice before eating it. Kiwis taste beautiful, but they leave an annoying feeling in your tongue. Like you just sipped boiling water. Pineapples so nice but they literally eat your mouth, or the enzymes do. Blue crabs. They are tiny little creatures, take a lot of work to open and get the meat, but they are the best tasting things ever cooked. My dad makes a really delicious cherry jam, but he doesn't remove the stones, because spitting them out is part of the experience. Corn. It's not particularly hard to eat but it's just annoying to eat. It's delicious and I'll love it with salt, pepper, and bear, but the kernels always get stuck in my teeth and it stays there for far too long and can be difficult to remove. Cap'n Crunch. Ugh, the roof of my mouth. So good though. Most people in the West consider carp to be a trash fish. You catch it, and then you throw it away. But it's actually the first domesticated fish, farm-raised for thousands of years in China. It's a delicious fish that takes on the flavor of whatever you decide to spice it with. And it can be cooked in a number of ways. However, it has a million tiny hair-like bones and it is a pain in the ear to clean and fillet. I think that's mostly why people don't eat it when they catch it. It's just really difficult to get all those bones out. I found the easiest way to deal with those hair-like bones is to either cook chunks of the fillets in a double broiler or to pickle the fillets. Both methods completely remove those hair-like bones so you don't really have to mess around with them. They just kind of disappear. But for a large fish, with a good meaty fillet, It's in my top 10 common fish to catch and eat. As a runner-up, gar is also a delicious fish that many people don't consider eating. The hardest part about cleaning a gar is cutting through their armor. And I don't mean scales or skin, I mean it's like cutting through thin steel. You need tin snips or the sharpest knife in the world. But once you get through that, you get 2 long back straps that firm up and honestly taste like chicken. They have a texture when cooked like a firm chicken breast. And like carp, they also kind of take on the flavor of whatever you spice it with. Neither species tastes fishy at all and are fun to prepare and cook and eat. Edit. I've been informed that it's double boiler, not double broiler, but I've only ever heard of the latter, so I'm gonna chalk that up to regional differences like soda vs pop. Edit 2. Okay. Double boiler. Fuck, sorry, I've been wrong my whole life. You knew what I meant. Ever had a fresh jackfruit? They taste delicious, like a cross between a leaflet pineapple and a banana, but good god the sap. The sap of a jackfruit is a construction grade adhesive, and it is nearly impossible to open and eat without getting it everywhere. You can just barely get it off is by scrubbing with oil and then soap and water. Lemons or limes. I love eating them alone and I would eat them every day, but they destroy my teeth and mouth, so sad. Popcorn. The little stupid stuff gets stuck in your gums and then you have to pull it out. One time a piece got stuck and made my gum bleed so much it looked like I just tried to drink someone's blood. Edit. Jesus Christ, people actually read this. Oh. Barbecued watermelon slices. If you put a slice of watermelon on a barbecue, the outside caramelizes while the inside stays juicy. But you have to sit there watching it thinking I could have eaten it by now. Cadbury eclairs. One of my favorite chocolates, but they are so hard to chew. Plus, once you manage to actually bite into it, it gets so stuck in your teeth. Any sour candy with the sugar crystals on them. They're so good until you've had a certain amount and then you just start scraping the roof of your mouth and your tongue raw. Edit. You'll have some good tastes in candy. Crawfish. Being from Baton Rouge, I love a good crawfish boil, but the time and effort it takes to peel them makes it a pain in the ass for sure. Some people are better at peeling than others and I'm better than average I'd say, but it still can cut up your fingers. Also, with the time it takes to peel them vs the low yield, I usually just have to fill up with the corn and potatoes. Otherwise I'll just be hungry still no matter the amount. Still a fun and tasty event. Oranges. I need to mentally hype myself up to peel an orange. I'm not talking about the wee satsumas, no, I'm talking about the oranges with the thick skin that you need to claw your way into and then find orange zest under your fingernails for the next week. Love me an orange though. There's a type of wild asparagus in the south of France that's absolutely delicious to eat. But you can only eat it in small quantities, as too much will give you diarrhea. So quite literally a pain in the ear.